Hey everybody! Thank you so much for waiting. Really excited to continue playing Monster Hearts here. So Monster Hearts, for those who might be new and might be joining us here, this is a teen horror romance game. It's all about we're doing angsty high schoolers, specifically seniors, and as the first hour or so kind of showed us here that we all are connected, that we all are missing some credits, and we have to do like a group study project to actually graduate in 60 days. And so now that we kind of did that here, now we're going to go back kind of a little bit and sort of establish some of the mechanics of the game here. And some of the mechanics that we had, like we all picked what our sort of quote unquote like play sets would be, because Monster Hearts is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, or your playbooks. What we're going to do now is every character has a sort of like special kind of bond called a string, and strings have sort of like leverage for different people, and strings can give you bonuses in the game, and everybody starts out with a couple of them here. And so what we're going to do now is actually go back and kind of tell us a little bit about our strings on each of our other characters, so this way we know this when we actually do our first scene of us meeting together as a group, and sort of our group dynamics, because I wanted to focus on having sort of like a player like one-on-one, kind of give a little bit of how your character is for you guys and how they are to us. So now that we kind of establish how our characters behave a little bit, now we can go and actually make our strings. Because also I always find that having a little bit of warm-up talking about your character helps us get a better idea of how you might relate to other characters. Yeah. So now let's kind of jump into that. I know Tux, you're playing a mortal, and an important part of being a mortal is you going last.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, let's do reverse and start with the other Adam. So let's actually go clockwise this time, and start with Jesse. Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone? Okay, cool. So let's do that then. Jesse, how about let's talk about your strings here. So you're playing an Infernal.
Yes, I am playing an Infernal.
Okay. And maybe for those at home who may not know what an Infernal kind of does, can you give us a quick little synopsis of the Infernal playset?
Yeah, so if you've ever played Hearthstone, they're a lot like the Warlock, in which you get like very powerful very quickly, but then for the Infernal particularly, you hit this like phase of the game where you become powerless. And basically I have like dark miracles and bargains that can be granted to me, but if I do about 5 of them, I start having to obey the demands of my dark power, and I have to start like supplicating, and I don't have access to my weird demon powers anymore.
So in another way is that you get power on a credit basis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You write checks your tush can't cash.
And then I have to start
to quote one of my favorite movies. You write checks your tush can't cash, little man. All right. All right. Cool. So that's sort of like the Infernal, and let's talk about your strings here. So who do you have leverage on, and vice versa?
Well, the first thing it says is that I owe debts, and I have to give away 3 strings divided any way I like between Dark Power and the other characters. I'm gonna make it rain and give you all 3 strings on me.
Oh, so each person gets 3 strings on you?
Oh no, each person gets 1 string on me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The collective 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So how do those strings relate? Do they have a sort of like I know that's mechanical. Should that have a fictional sort of like reason why they have strings on you?
Yeah, it's supposed to be emotional leverage, whether I'm like in love with them and don't know how to talk to them, or I'm afraid of them, or something like that. Or I want to impress them, or they're my spy, or whatever.
So do you think they have strings on you because you want to impress them for this group project? Maybe. Would that be like a solid reason why these strings are set up this way? Because like you need to show that your value to them.
Yeah, I think I have an.
Like you want to be cool.
Yeah, I do want to be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody has a string on me, like kind of,
Okay.
because I just have like this need to impress and bring them in onto my side, and that's damaging to me.
Yeah.
So they can they have the key that makes the card that is myself.
Oh, Adam's playing me in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Monster Hearts works really well when you actually aren't afraid to channel a little bit of yourself in certain characters and scenes. I know that's not everyone's jam, but that's definitely a thing. So it's kind of funny when that happens. Like you end up seeing different parts of yourself. Other people start triggering out, and you're like, oh, awesome, yeah, that's me.
We were in my high school right here.
Yeah. So awesome. Oh, thank you. So that's
Also,
how.
there's another addendum to this. Someone thinks they can save me, and I gain a string on them.
Debbie. I think would be the Unless you have a better idea.
I can be good with that.
Would you rather have would you rather it be someone in your peer group?
PC.
I think Debbie's interesting. I think
it could be the principal. It could be like literally. It could be a teacher. It could be a student. Whichever way you want to play this out, because I love any of those ideas.
Reverse this because I know I don't remember the mortal's name. What's the mortal's name?
Tim.
There we go.
Yeah.
So Tim's like my barista at Super Beans, right?
Yep.
So we have kind of that connection, and I am the super tries to work really hard sort of person. And maybe you thinking you can save me is sort of a reverse of that. You're thinking you can get me to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see him so often at the coffee shop.
Save you from being an uptight, fucking terrible person.
Yeah, I dig that. Okay. So,
okay, cool. So that gives you a string on me because I think I can. Yeah.
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 I dig that.
All right. So then we're ready to move to the. Okay. So I think that's all your strings, right, Adam?
Yes, it absolutely is.
Cool. So Alistair, let's talk about your strings. You're the witch, because it's so funny how different the witch is to the infernal.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Well, okay, so in addition to the string somebody has on me, rather than me having strings as such on other people, I have synthetic tokens. I was thinking that one of them would be from Jesse, just being maybe a cheap prop pentacle or panicle or some other prop from the LARP that I sort of picked up after a game, and Alistair has been hovering at the edges of the game, not actually joining, not thinking he's cool enough to join, but, so into it.
Yeah, you vicariously enjoy the LARP.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So for those who don't know, Adam's Jesse. So Jesse Reinhardt is totally into Vampire the Masquerade. So he's super into World of Darkness RPGs and does a little bit of LARPing with it.
Yep.
So it's awesome. I love it. Okay.
So yeah, what I think you have is this doodle I did of the 8-pointed star, because pentagrams don't got power on me.
Okay.
Is it 8-pointed star? That's everything.
Yeah, but is it one of your first ones? Is it one of your really good ones that you made?
Yes, it's one of the really good ones. It's a full expanded thing with other sigils tacked onto the 4 points and.
Cool.
Is it fired clay or something?
Yeah, that would be. Really
yeah, sure.
Cool. No,
okay.
I love that.
You made it in an art class.
Yeah.
Shelf or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like he took something like that's perfect.
It's so weird. I can kind of cloak it in plain sight. It's just like, oh, this is sort of arcane and weird. Okay, cool. That's very artsy.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
Dig it.
So the other sympathetic token, I think, should probably be from Celesta.
Is it an old vape?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I just jumped the gun, but is it an old vape? Is it like her favorite vape?
Oh. Well, I was thinking that it'd be something sort of embarrassing for Alistair for him to have.
Oh.
Okay.
Like, the circumstances of getting it would be, I'm thinking that she may have, like, left her locker open at one point, and, like, Alistair went to just, after she had left, went to close it for her, and then saw something interesting, and just kind of,
took it?
In a moment of weakness, took it.
Thank you, kleptomaniac.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the vape's a pretty good idea, but maybe Celeste could offer a an idea.
Is it on me to decide what the sympathetic token is?
No, but it might unless RP Glory has a really good idea.
But I think taking it a step further and having it be like something
romantic,
personally valuable to me would be even better.
Something from Transylvania.
Well, definitely some. Keep saying Transylvania.
I know. Romania.
Definitely something like a keepsake that I've held on to. For those who don't know, my character is supposed to be like incredibly ancient, so I think like a little mannequin-like doll that I've kept from like 400 CE, like something that I've just carried for centuries.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Like a little tiny keepsake, yeah.
Right, and it's like a doll from my family, and like no one, it doesn't seem to have any like actual value because the thing's like old beyond time, and it has like markings or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like a little straw doll.
Cool.
And I took it thinking it wasn't important when it's like dearly important to me.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's good. Love it.
And then I think that Tim should have a string on me from
oh no.
Having seen me grab this doll, and having the leverage to like tell Celestia, but hasn't yet.
Yes, that's so good. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I love this so much. This is so good. Yeah. I'm so glad we did it this way. Actually, that we got a chance to talk about each other and then do the strings. Oh my god. Yeah. This is. This is digging it. Are those the 3 strings that the witch gets?
I think that's it.
Okay. I trust you because I don't have the playbook open. So
if there is anything else, then it's because I'm getting it wrong and missing something. But I think that's it.
Okay.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's 2 sympathetic tokens, 1 string.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
All right, and then last but not least would be our immortal.
Or does Celeste have others she needs to go through?
Yeah, I didn't even give my strings yet.
Oh, you didn't. No, I'm sorry.
My stuff's pretty simple. I'm beautiful, so I take a string on everyone.
Yeah.
Enamored with me for whatever reason. You can decide that that's beauty. Maybe it's in my attitude. Maybe it's the fact that I don't give a fuck, or I'm pretty, or because my accent that I'm not putting on is exotic. And I get 2 strings on someone else. Someone else takes 2 strings on me who saved my life before. And I'm giving them to an NPC that I created called Adelbart. And he is kind of a caretaker that when I was basically dying without any sort of blood back in like the Middle Ages, when I just like couldn't get my hands on anyone, the guy basically saved me, a traveling merchant, and used kind of his pull and his chicanery and his charisma to kind of like over the centuries keep funneling like clientele to me to feed on. And in the modern era, he runs the vape shop that I work at.
Okay, I love it. The vampires just run a little vape shop.
Yeah, he's basically a ghoul. He's not
all of the vape flavors, like ironically.
Yeah, it's like
vampire stuff.
It's like Scarlet Tide and like
Yeah.
and, like
Yeah.
Nightshade Extract and like something to that extent.
Awesome.
Dank Wolfsbane.
That's our cannabis oil.
Maybe even a dank lavender.
Yes, let's put that down. Dank
Dank-
lavender.
Dank lavender.
Dank lavender.
Dank, maybe a void.
Yeah.
You might be out of stock. There might be a
Oh,
void of
shit.
dank lavender.
No,
right
no,
now.
no. Oh, okay. So if I can like put a little spin on this, it's like our like special like designed to actually get like supernatural people high, like when we can identify them.
Oh, cool.
And it's kind of
Oh.
like to help them connect to like an ethereal plane or something.
Oh yeah, that it's a strain that affects the paranormal.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
It specifically affects them, like because a lot of paranormal entities are supposed to be like immune to diseases or curses or something. It
Yeah.
like is specifically designed to give them a high.
Yeah, so like
Cool.
they have an herb that actually does it, and I love the
Right.
idea that it's called dark lavender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Dank lavender void.
Okay.
I'm just
Dig
gonna
it.
call it supernatural weed because I can't think of a better name.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, actually, has
So-
lavender.
Okay, so you have Adelbart, and Adelbart runs the shop right now,
The dank shop.
the dank shop. Okay, and so yeah, so for those who don't know, Celesta works as a cashier at a vape store. That's sort of her job, and it's in the same strip mall as the Super Beans.
Yep.
I love the name Super Beans. That's so good.
That's so good.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Cool. Are those all your strings?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Adelbart and everyone gets and you get a string on everybody, or everyone gets a string on you.
I get a string on everybody. Adelbart has 2 strings on me.
Got it. Okay.
Also, the name of the vape store is Vape and Tape. It is both a vape store and a VCR repair shop.
Oh no.
That's amazing.
Cool. All right.
I
It's like-
fucked up everything with
Oh,
vampire weed. I'm sorry.
Well, what I love even more about it is that I think that's probably like you're like the oldest store in the mall.
Oh yeah,
in
we've been
the
there
strip
for
mall.
like 50
Yeah.
years or something, and it was
Yeah.
originally like a cigar store where we imported
Yeah.
like Cuban cigars or something.
Yeah, like you're like the
and then we just like
oldest
rebranded
store.
as vaping
Yeah.
became a thing.
Yeah. Oh my god. You bought the tech store next to you and just it became Vape and Tape. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
great.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, cool. And so now we're ready for Tim the Mortal.
Yeah.
So
Tim the Mortal.
I had this idea for I've been like not entirely sure, but I've been thinking about it. But I think everything kind of very well fit together for my lover to be Celesta.
yeah.
Are you still settled on that? Well, that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
sucks because I kind of wanted to give you the 2 strings so we'd actually be balanced with string count. but
Oh,
still-
we were never going to be balanced with string count.
well, you would have 3 on me, and I'd have 3 on you.
You have
so
four,
technically-
you have 4 on me.
Oh no, I'd have 4. Okay.
Yeah, you
well,
have 4 on
Would
me.
be close, but that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you have okay. So because the one you gave me, or the one that you took from just being you, and then I, with being my lover, I give you 3 strings, and then I take 1 on you because I know stuff about you, just because I've like watched you from afar.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's that kind of to explain it. Also, that's kind of the jam. But the whole big thing about the mortal is they pick someone that's their lover. It does not have to be reciprocated. It can be someone like
It could be unrequited.
yeah.
Oh,
It could be
Edward.
someone like if I was in a relationship with someone, my lover could be someone else. Even
Yeah, just
like,
someone you're infatuated with.
yeah, someone that you're just like everything about you is about them.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's obsessive.
everything about
you're
you is
obsessive.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, and it can go in a few different directions, but I'm taking it in the direction that it's to a dangerous degree.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the moves that I've chosen very much reflect that.
So what? So what's your string? What are your strings then on Celesta? You are her admirer. What is it about her that you either found out or like what does your string on her reflect as, right? Like fictionally.
I've just our shops are like kind of like kitty corner from each other in the
Yeah.
in the plaza, and basically whenever I'm at work, I'm like looking over and watching her.
I had a
That's
suggestion.
not creepy at all.
No, I have a suggestion if you want to make that a little bit less creepy and a little bit more deep, just if you want to.
Okay.
like I'm thinking we get off like on break at the same time, like 12 noon for like lunch break, and we go like hang out and smoke in the alley or something. Like I give you free vape samples.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you've seen the less like asshole part of me.
Oh, okay, I like that a lot.
That's how you know me. Like
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
like the raging bitch that I am in school. Just like
Do you
yeah, I'm cool. I work at the vape store. Here's
you know
my
what's,
toy.
you know what Celesta reminds me of? Like an evil vampiric high school version of Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah. I see that. Yeah.
So,
Same with
Vampire
Hey
Helga.
Arnold,
Yep.
except like the strings are fucked up. But yeah.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So nobody really. Okay. So we don't have. All right. So we don't know much about each other's parents then, which is fine. Okay. Okay. So I think then we're ready now that we have our strings set up. Let's go to our first scene. And in this scene, I want to know what you guys are going to come up with your project. So it's the first group meeting. We're just gonna cut forward maybe like a day or whatever, or maybe it's the same day. It's just later in the afternoon. You guys get a free empty classroom, and to come in there and sort of like plan what you're gonna do. So it's probably like 2:30 in the afternoon.
You said it was the same day?
Yeah, or the following day, whatever worked for your guys' schedules, right? And so we're gonna start with that. So we're gonna start with whoever comes in first to the room, and then like or everybody's in there and coming up, and basically we want to try to see what let's play to see what happens and see what our plan's gonna be.
I'm sorry, real quick. Did we decide what room it will be in?
No, I just said it's a random classroom. If somebody wants to make it a specific classroom,
Well, I was gonna suggest like I'm just like, hey, no one, like earlier in the day I would have been like, hey, no one comes to the German room after like 2:30 because there's fucking no one here, so we can just go hang out in there. I'll leave the door open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm probably like already in the room by this point, and I'm just kind of like on my phone, fucking around, going through playlists, playing the Nokia Lumia like ringtone song every now and then. While I just wait for people because my iPod shuffle's dead. I've been using it all day.
Okay.
I'm just sitting there vaping.
Okay, I probably show up second.
Of course, you're just vaping.
Right. Very much like she said right after 2. So right after 2.
Yeah. So it's like 2:01, right through the door.
201. You hear like a knock, like, hey Celesta.
I call and I'm like, doors open, just come in.
What are you doing in the? So you're just sitting there vaping in the room?
I'm just sitting on like a desk with like my feet
Yeah.
in the like chairs in front of me, just like sitting there.
Oh
vaping.
yeah. So you're like just slouching back. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
pretty
waiting-
much. Yeah. I'm just chilling,
Okay.
hanging out.
Awesome.
Yep. I walk in and then are you sitting on a desk?
Yeah, I'm like actively sitting on the desk.
Okay, yeah, cool. So he sees that and then like walks around and then like looks at a desk and looks at the chair, and then puts his bag in the chair and also just kind of sits on a desk. Like
It'd be cool. Is it like the one like directly facing me, or just like?
oh yeah, like well it's like
so, like right
it's like
in
maybe
front.
like I don't like I guess if they're maybe like if they're like in rows it might be like kind of like a diagonal one to you or something like.
But enough where we're like basically facing each other.
Yeah.
And I kind of look up and I'm like, you're kind of here a little bit early. Like I was hoping I'd have more time to like fuck around. Hi.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I just figured we could.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, just like it's weird, right? Like we all have to fucking do this, really?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's cool. We get to hang out some more.
She kind of like shrugs and she's like, I mean, like, I've got shit to do outside of this. Like, I have
Right. I totally. I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, it might be cool for you because your job fucking sucks, and I don't begrudge you that.
right?
But, like,
Exactly.
I mean, I've seen the people that walk in there. I'd spit in their fucking coffee too, man.
I think that's when I walk in.
For serious? I mean, you can.
Yeah.
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 When you walk in, slight note. This was the former D&D room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Should we have it have like linoleum floors and you can still see like brown spots on the floors?
Yeah, it's just it's like it's an old disgusting decrepit classroom.
Uh-huh.
It's a public school, so I mean, it's not unreasonable.
The stuff that's gone down. Oh, don't want to know.
Yeah.
We lost our funding a while ago. So Jesse walks in and I'm like, "Hey, Jess, how's the season 3 of that coming along? Are you guys past the point? Are you guys out of Santa Monica yet?"
And like, what?
You know, the vampire game. Like, y'all we were in California the last time, right? I mean, like, I came to support my boyfriend, but like, I mean, that's kind of what I picked up, right? You mentioned the Golden Gate Bridge.
I'm sorry, I thought you were making a Breaking Bad joke. Sorry. I rarely watched that show.
Is that in universe or is this an aside?
This is in universe. Well,
Okay.
You know.
I was just like,
The answer is yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Yes, Andreas.
oh, fucking Breaking Bad. I need to catch up on that. I need to like DVR some of that.
So then I do this like weird like 3-second gesture so that I'm like, oh, you could have never watched the thing, so you couldn't have made the joke. So then,
Oh yeah, and you're
Yeah,
connecting all the dots. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a very conversational sort of person, so I make very unnecessary gestures like that sometimes.
Yeah, you're putting the pieces together.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm thinking out loud constantly.
Yeah.
And
You're
I'm just like,
you're constructing the positive.
Yeah.
I think I sit back and I'm like, well, there's 3 of us. I mean, where's that other guy?
So at that point, you hear a very timid knock on the door, and hearing it.
Open door.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
And hearing it, you get the impression that it may not have been the first knock, but you guys were talking and didn't hear the
Yeah.
So when you say like, "Where the hell is this other guy?" You've been there the whole time.
You've been there for like 5 minutes.
Oh,
but
guys, right here.
just he already walked past him, went into the room, just didn't say anything.
Or something.
I think I'm like, hey, come in.
Just
like-
sorry, I'm late. I was you don't care. Never mind.
Oh,
I think
God.
I gestured to a thing and I'm like, sit your ass down. Come on. Shit to do, people. Shit to do. And I think I swing my legs like over the table back to like over the railing because it's like one of those
Yeah.
chairs that's attached to the desk, and I kind of just like swing my feet casually and I'm like, so what are we doing? I mean, like, what's this project?
We
Uh,
weren't
I
given
was kind of listening to Nirvana the whole time, so I just know that I'm not happy about being here.
I don't think we were given a whole lot of direction. I think that there's more enthusiasm than direction. So does that mean we can do whatever we want? And then if they don't like it, then they'll screw us over?
I think I kind of like chuckle and I'm like, well, as much as I like the idea of just, damning the consequences and fucking around for the next 2 months, I think we should probably, try to do some direction.
Presumably, we're supposed to recover the credits that we've lost, so we're probably going to have to do some big sort of presentation showing off what we've learned in these 2 months, and that's a gist.
I mean, I don't really care what we do. Whatever.
Are we?
And I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm fine with anything too.
Are we expecting Debbie, or is it just us?
It's just you guys.
Okay. I think I kind of like lean back and I kind of like brace my hands on the desk and I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, just talking about what we learned doesn't seem like enough. Like, I mean, that bitch was so fucking upbeat about it. It seemed like something we need to be like putting in community service or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, community service. I like. Yeah, it sounds good.
I mean, like, that seems like what she wanted. I don't know. And then I kind of shrug and I just work here and only part time.
I guess that would be sort of a safe bet. I was thinking like something cool with like gematria and sacred geometry and stuff like that. But they'd probably get shut down. So
eye contact. Just eye contact.
Just like look up, turn intensely. I'm just like
Alistair's like completely oblivious to it, not like ignoring you, just like
exactly.
Just not realize.
It's just in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need. What? What is that?
Well, it's geometry and it's sacred, so I'd say it's sacred shapes of some sort. Just kind of like bullshitting my way through it.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, if we did something with chaos magic, that'd be like deconstructing it too much, and I mean they probably wouldn't follow regular Golden Dawn stuff, but yeah, we should just do community service. It'll be dumb and stuff, but we'll at least graduate.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And I'm like saying to that, I'm just commenting like, yes, chaos magic is a meta system. It's not a system unto itself.
Just continuing to like blather on about it.
Maybe we could just go talk to what's her face and go see
Debbie?
what she wants to do.
Go talk to Debbie.
Yeah, and I think like that's probably the best bet. Like, I mean, I don't really give a fuck what happens, but I think and I say dad, even though I know it's like not my dad. I say like I think my dad kind of wants me to graduate. So I mean, like
So
Alistair looks down when you say your dad wants.
I get you. So I think we all kind of just like get up from where we're sitting and kind of just like start trudging down to wherever the counselor's office is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to Debbie Broder.
Uh-huh.
Right. So you guys go down the hallway. I mean, you go past a couple like school spirit things. Something like the big games this weekend, like homecoming. Like no, fuck it, it's homecoming.
Okay.
Right? Is it prom?
April?
Is it prom? Is that
Prom would be
Prom.
prom is
prom?
close.
So it's the prom game, right? It's the big one.
Yep.
So it's like prom games coming up, and it's like like next week wear your school colors and like all that kind of stuff, and so it's also since it's a little bit after school, like school went out, it's kind of very quiet and a little barren here. Going through the school, you go back to where you got that slip for Debbie Broder's the guidance counselor office. And there's a big yellow like janitor sign in front of it, and weirdly enough, like the door looks way older than what it appeared earlier today. The bench that you guys sat on beforehand isn't there. It just you see that the light's on, but like and you hear like the sound of like a vacuum going, but that's it.
What the hell?
Like there's no window in the door. It's like actually like a solid door. But you can see the light going on underneath the like through the door, and you hear like the vacuum going, and you have like the little like the janitor trash can and like the cleaning supplies is next to it, and then there's like a little like wet floor sign in front of the door.
There.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That wasn't there before, was it?
I mean, I kind of like casually look at my vape pen and then I'm like, I don't think it was. Like, just Not sure at all.
Yeah,
I knock on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very tentatively.
You don't. It creeps open, like it just creaks open slowly, and you're following a little like electrical cord like into the room, and you see like a janitor is using a vacuum, but the room's completely vacant. There's nothing in it. It's like a dull orange carpet that looks like stained with like coffee and stuff. There's no flyers or posters, or like brochures hanging up, except for one. And it says, and it's like cracked open. It's like dangling from like one corner left, and it says "construct the positive" on it.
Oh shit!
And it's completely vacant, and it looks like it's been vacant for a while.
So this might sound out of place, but we were here before just a little while ago, right? No, I mean not like
Yeah.
here, but
I think I kind of like,
that's what I'm saying in character,
Yeah.
not.
yeah. I think I kind of like step forward as you're saying this, and I like tap the janitor on the back, and they stop vacuuming after a second. I'm like, "Excuse me, is
Yeah, he probably has like headphones on, and he's just
Right,
like, you
yeah.
know.
He's just having a good time. He's enjoying
Yeah.
his work."
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just like, have you? Isn't like Debbie Broder supposed to be here? Like the
and
counselor.
he's like, huh? Wait,
Yeah,
one second. And like he goes to his he goes to his little like iPod thing and like turns off for a second, and he's like, hey, what do you? I'm sorry, what was that, kid?
Well, the counselor who's supposed to be in here. Like, what's going on? Like, did she move
Oh.
rooms? What's going on?
Oh God! For a second, I thought you were gonna say that someone was like throwing up or something in a room. Oh, that's okay. Nah, kid, this place has been empty since the former guidance counselor left.
And then I kind of like stammering. I'm like, but we were called to the council this morning, like all of us, and I like gesture behind myself, like
I'm gonna supplement that with my accounts as well, and I'm going to recount like the conversation we had and stuff like that. And
so, just
Yeah.
like on in the background.
And like constructing the positive and stuff like that. And
So
and
just like in the background, you're supposed to be rambling about it. And I think I'm just like I gesture back to him, and like he's got it covered. He knows what's up. So like, what do you mean there's not been any guidance counselor? Like, we saw one. We were called up to one. And then I turn back to everyone. I'm like, well, should we like check the front office or something?
Gordon, no, it's like, kid, I don't know what you're talking about. It was formerly Aaron Gordon, and that's what'd you say that lady's name was?
Debbie Broder.
Yeah.
Debbie Broder. That's. Whew. And he's like, this is like an older gentleman, and he's like, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. It's like, are you what kid? She's dead.
What?
I think
Alistair looks at his hand, same way that he shook her hand with, and after a while he starts just kind of looking at the lines and sort of following them and kind of trying to make
like in his palm.
yeah totally
Oh, okay.
And it,
trying to make sort of symbolic connections from what he sees.
and she's okay. So is that a move?
Would that be
it
gazing?
could be considered gazing into this.
Yeah,
think
that's what I mean. Like, does
Yeah,
that sound like gazing? Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and give me a roll. That's with dark. Oh my God, Adobe. I have the worst time with Adobe, man. Like, it just crashes on me. Like, every time I open more than one Adobe PDF, it just crashes. I don't get it. So
Have you tried Fox it?
no, I should though.
Fox is pretty good.
That's 2d6 plus dark, right?
Correct.
Oh hey,
Nice.
Oh, an 11. Awesome. So when you roll consulting the abyss, it answers questions and shows you visions. Okay. So so what are So
you choose
you can choose. The visions are lucid and detailed. The visions show you what you must do, or you carry one forward. There's multiple.
And you carry one forward to doing
two.
it, and then they remove a condition. That's
and
so
the visions.
you choose 2 of those things.
Yep.
Okay, so visions are lucid and clear, carry one forward, and what's the other thing? What's the other option?
Condition, but you don't have a condition.
Yeah, you don't have any conditions.
Okay.
No.
So,
Yep.
I think I think there's a weird callback. Like, there's a weird like recollection from your time in the institution, and that one of the doctor's names was Broder, and you remember him taking a period of like bereavement leave, and you know that it was sudden, and it was like it's like a suicide or something. Like I think the last thing you heard about it was that his wife had a suicide, and maybe you realize, like, looking at it, that her life was very dark and tragic, and it was that it just never occurred to you that was the wife of the husband.
Oh.
So it's lucid. Like, you get like you might actually remember seeing her like one time, like bring in like a cake for like Valentine's Day or something. She probably brought in pink frosting cupcakes for everybody in the ward to have as a nice little gesture. And maybe you have like a little flash of a sign in the ward being like, construct the positive.
It's like a plaque on her desk or something.
Oh my god! Even better, the puzzle looks like the puzzle looks different than this one. It's so like the turtle and the stairs, but like the puzzle pieces that are like supposed to be connecting are way different and kind of resemble parts of your palm.
Oh yeah.
Like, shapes.
okay.
And like that's sort of like the vision. And and then you probably get like the cut back to reality of like how everything kind of fits together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the second part is like the vision should show like
what you must do.
Yeah.
So you get a oh boy.
Well, I mean, do you want to throw that back to us to?
No, I got an idea of what you must do. You get a flash of a like the maintenance shed here at the school.
Ooh.
You know, like the groundskeeping shed.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but it's like heavy raining and lightning when it happens, like when in your vision.
Okay.
And your palm's sweaty, like.
Knees weak. Mom's sorry.
No mom spaghetti.
It's the right time.
So, I think that's the clue that you get.
Okay. So Alistair just kind of mutters, "Killed herself." I mean, yeah, it's ironic. It would be almost funny if it wasn't.
What?
I think like in the moment I reach back and I like snap in front of Alistair's face and I'm like, hey, share it with the group, man.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're just like, killed herself.
Killed herself.
Rain. So I'm just like,
The janitor's like, what the fuck? No,
Yeah,
it's like, yeah.
I think I heard about her before. I saw her somewhere. And,
oh yeah, no, that's fine. You're being aloof about it. I got it.
I don't mean to be. I don't know how to explain it. I just kind of. I remember that seeing in the papers or something that she killed herself, and
the janitor's like, you know, you're right, kid. Yeah, she did, and it was man, there was some dark times at Sunny, and Sunnydale didn't feel so sunny in those days.
Oh fucking hell!
That's what he says.
So everyone in this town.
All right, so what the hell does that mean for us?
I mean, he shrugs like, I don't know, kid. I'm just a janitor.
Well, I also know where we should go at some point, but probably not right now. I know that doesn't help.
What is that?
I think I turned to Alistair and I'm like, well, at least tell us where we're supposed to go. Like, what did you read in your palm? Like, where are we supposed to go?
What?
There's a shed out back.
You say that in front of the janitor?
Well, I think by this point we've really like started like backing out of like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure because he'd been like objection. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are walking back.
I mean, if we hadn't backed out, I don't think that Alistair would know not to tell him. Just because it just wouldn't click that, oh yeah, they're about to consider doing something that they're not supposed to do.
Yeah, so he's just blurting it out without like, okay.
But I mean, we can go either way as to whether or not we backed out first or
Oh man. So I think at that moment when you're like walking out, going out of here, you see you hear the footsteps of like a group of other students coming down the hall. And coming out is just a bunch of kind of like roguish looking kids. They're all wearing like black sweatshirts with no snapping. They're not the Jets or the Sharks. Instead, they just have a bunch of like skateboard stuff on them. And like all of them have like really long, like uncut hair, and they keep having to do like the shifty bangs out of the way. And like some of them are wearing sort of like like those weed sweatshirts. You know what I'm talking about? Like you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like the drug sweatshirt, like the definitive. Yeah, like one of them's wearing one of those, and they're all carrying their skateboards and like their backpack, like slung over one shoulder, and they're Alistair. They're your old friends. Leaving detention. And they all smell like pot.
Right. Yes.
Of course
right.
they do.
And they just look over and see your new crew, and in their crew is a new guy that you haven't seen before. Like some sort of like he looks kind of taller than the rest of the kids. Like maybe like he wasn't a former friend of your guys, and he's just and you know his name's Chad, but yeah, like he wasn't part of the rest of the group, but he definitely seems to be kind of like in the middle of all these kids, walking around, and so like this Chad's probably flanked by like 4 dudes that are like your former friends, and I think that you kind of like you guys kind of hit at a T intersection, right, and they kind of just like stop real quick and kind of look over at this like hodgepodge group, right, and they're like. Look at these losers.
Yeah, Alistair looks at them, then studies his shoes for a moment, then looks up at Celesta, his eyes like begging for help.
I think I not like the big guy in the group, but I think I turned to like one of the guys in the group that I recognize immediately after we get the insult flung at us, and I'm like, "Hey Brian, how's that girl of yours holding up?" And then I kind of like do like a little V formation, and I like lick it between like with my tongue, just, like real quick, just to like fuck with this guy so hard.
And he's like, "Hey, that breakup was mutual. We left on good terms."
I think I turned to him and I'm like, "Nah, she just realized that this dick is bigger than the one you got."
Meanwhile, I'm just disappearing down
He's getting furious.
Like, just being as like vulgar as I fucking can with this guy.
And he's getting furious, and I think what he does is like he just kind of comes up to you. He's not gonna, and he like he pokes you in the chest and being like, "You watch it." Right. Celesta. Just because you're like just because you're the new transfer kid, and just like doesn't mean shit in a little bit.
I think while he's doing, like, he's got his arm extended like this, right?
Yeah, right. Like you know, he's like poking
So
you
I
in the
think,
chest, right?
Like, while he's doing this, I just like jab out to like his ribs, like as fiercely as I can.
So you're gonna lash out physically?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. Okay, roll the dice.
Let's hope I don't fail.
Let me also show the dice for
physically
everybody.
is. Let me just double check on
Volatile.
this. Volatile. Okay, so I'm rolling at a -1.
Oh, jeez.
So I'll just take result -1. So 7. Okay, so woo. Partial.
Jesus, is there a way to make like to fill up the? Okay. So my view screen for my rolls, all the rolls are so high up right now. Is there any way to like bring that down to actually show?
I don't know. Is there? Are there people who are technically savvy?
No.
So
Okay.
within Roll20 or just on your?
I got it. I know what I'm gonna do.
On the broadcasting software.
That's okay. I got it.
Eric's got a
Fixed
plan.
it. I'm just gonna drag it down in real time. So okay. So those are the rolls. So you got an 8. Did you have any pluses for what?
I had a -1, so I'm at a 7.
Yeah, because you rolled with a volatile.
Right. So I'm.
So you got a 7. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
still 7.
So you harm them, but you must choose. They either gain a string.
I'm giving them a string on me.
Okay. Okay, cool. They get a string on you.
I think I named this kid Brian. So
Yeah. Okay. Damn it, Brian.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you punch Brian like kind of in the gut, and he's like, oh, and I think it's just I think Chad steps up in the way, and I think he just kind of like wants to like bodyguard.
So he kind of just like body blocks the two of us.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, not now. Save it for outside school grounds. And
Save it for school.
and you just see like the eyes of I'm sorry, I just forgot his name. You just said Brandon, right? Brian.
Another really white
I
guy
know.
name.
I know. I was like, and, like, just doing like the eye thing, like you can.
I think
get
I'm
it.
still just like
Yeah, I
pointing
know.
at my crotch the whole time.
What are you doing, Tim?
I was kind of like behind / next to Celeste.
Yeah.
And
Don't fuck it up now, man.
Dice save.
like about to step in, but then second white man stepped in first.
Chad.
Okay.
Chad, yeah.
Classic Chad. Cool. So what I want to know is how does Alistair feel about Celesta's stepping up to defend you? Like, did she do what she wanted?
Sort of. I mean, he didn't expect. Totally didn't expect her to like lash out.
Yeah.
And you know, he's still sort of processing it because you know this is way outside of his experience. Like someone
Physical?
stepping up, even though he you know essentially asked.
Yeah.
But
You didn't ask for this.
yeah.
Perfectly reasonable.
But he then his eyes kind of you know underneath all the heavy bangs kind of get dark, and he tries to like edge around and just like pick off a piece of lint from Brian's coat if he can.
Oh, you know what? What about this? What if like one of his like pipes fell out of his pocket like during the scuffle?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll like.
Like a little glass bowl.
Oh, okay. So I'll like step on it lightly, like to cover it, not to break it,
Yeah.
and just kind of you know stand there and look innocent and awkward because always awkward.
Yeah. Cool. Love it. Okay. So I think without after they leave, within seconds, you see like the security guard guy, you know, like the on duty police officer for the school, kind of like walk by and like, you know, like he like pokes his head around the corner, being like, "Kids fighting." and he kind of like looks you guys over, and it's like clearly it wasn't you, and whatever happened is gone. But like, you know, as he continues walking around, and as you guys go up the hallway and pass him, he's like, "You kids staying out of trouble?"
Yeah, just working on an after-school project.
Good, because I don't want to search you guys to see if you had any drugs or weapons on you. So
Under my breath.
like he's like trying to be like the cool like the big like intimidating guy. Like I'm a police officer.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't want to haul you.
You better respect my authority.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you need to respect my exactly. So
You might want to, and Alistair points in the direction of Brian and Brandon and
Chad and Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar.
oh my god.
He doesn't actually complete the thought. So if the guy, if the security guard like reads into that, he can.
Yeah.
But it's not full narking.
And
Not,
no, I
not
think
fully committing to it.
yeah, but I think he picks up what you're saying, and he's like, yeah, dude, I know about those bozos who hang out near the vape and tape.
Plug.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm just making sure that you guys get scared straight and don't end up like those losers. You know.
Aw.
You guys are seniors.
Folks are so nice to us.
Yeah. They're very They're very patronizing.
We're doing fine.
Good. Well, and like he puts his thumbs in his belt, right? And he's like, "You kids have a nice you kids have a good day," and like does a little like top of like his hat, right? And like he's probably like he's wearing like the like a state trooper hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like kind of like the near cowboy hat looking thing. So he like holds it. It's like, "Have a nice day," and it like continues walking down the hallway.
He's a school cop.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it.
Well,
Go with
he
it.
probably got it himself.
Yeah.
He thinks he's cool enough that he
Yeah,
can
exactly.
wear that sheriff's deputy
Yeah.
hat. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the sheriff's hat. Yeah, exactly. The Rick Grimes hat is what I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
Milady. No. Okay.
And it's only as he's walking away that Alistair realizes that this, you know, given what he's covering, this could have gone really badly. So he just kind of watches him as he, you know, waits for him to turn the corner fully, and then like really quickly is, you know, trying to be casual about it, but utterly failing. Takes up the hole and stuffs it into a pocket.
Okay. Yes. Oh. Okay. So you finally move it into a pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So,
I think something that's weird that you notice is that it's just been the three of you
yeah.
ever since the start of the confrontation with like these pothead
The skater kids. They were the skater boys.
Yep.
Skater dudes.
He said, "See you
See you later, boys."
boys."
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Dropping those 2000 reference bombs.
I know.
Listen, I think like as we finish up the confrontation, I'm like, hey, where's Jesse at?
Did
He
he?
was just. That's weird.
And
I don't know. I didn't see him leave.
oh my god.
We
Yeah,
should maybe find him.
I think I look down and I'm like, I mean, like if he doesn't show up, I've got a great excuse to fucking leave. So I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, if the other guys like saw him before he took off, if they come across him alone, that could be a bad scene.
I continue to shrug. I'm like, okay, all right. Like you think I give a fuck?
Awesome.
Yeah, and you know,
And
Alice
maybe-
takes
maybe-
that at face value, like, at least at first. He's like, yeah, we should go find. Oh, wait.
Maybe he just went out to the shed ahead of us.
I mean, okay. I'm just along for the ride. This has been a pretty fun ride, though.
Okay. So are you guys gonna leave the school and go to the groundskeeper shed?
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Yeah.
Catch up with
Can we get a flashback or a side
Yeah,
back
sure.
Yeah.
to how I got to the shed?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay, so like nobody's here anymore because it's after
Yeah.
school, right?
yep.
Mhm.
I think like we see like a window that like goes into another classroom, and it's like this perfect square shape, right? And like in like a flash that only takes like 1 second to do, the edges of the window light on fire like expand to larger than my size, and then this one square flips into two, and it's the shapes that I've been drawing the whole time, and then it just phase right through the wall.
Okay, so it turns into like a portal.
Yeah, basically.
Oh shit. Okay.
Demon powers.
Cool.
Does that count as one of those 5 demonic miracle things?
Yeah, because I'm using dissipate,
Okay.
basically.
Cool. And you don't need to roll for that, right?
Nope.
That's just one of your cool things you get to do.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Because I took a move where I can do any move as long as I don't
Got
need
strings.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's what that
Cool.
does. All right.
Okay. Awesome. So then you kind of show up at the groundskeeper. The sky is getting very dark and cloudy. Like very, very dark, like a thunderstorm's imminent.
I kind of start moaning and groaning about having to drive home in the rain after this, like during the walk.
Yeah. Okay.
And Alistair mutters, "Wish I had a car."
I mean, your boyfriend's not just gonna come pick you up or anything?
Are you referring to me or Alistair? in this case?
To you.
Okay,
Like, just
because I wasn't sure.
I'm
if
not,
you
looking, I'm not looking at the ceiling as we walk. Like, oh, your boyfriend's not coming to get you.
And I kind of scoff and I'm like, that fucking loser. I've been done with him for like 3 months. Where have you been?
And you're like, not very visibly, but like, thank you.
just in your head. Yes.
Yes. Like, oh, okay. I just heard you mention it earlier. I was just curious.
Okay.
And Alistair looks over, like interested, and then kind of
Like 6
back
back.
away and like and kind of shakes his head like, out of my way.
My lead.
Yeah.
Not gonna try.
Oh my god, that's too good. Okay. So I think we get to the actual shed, and it looks like one of those standard like 8x10 sheds. And there's definitely some sort of like padlock on the door that's keeping both the doors shut. It's visible. It's like a really heavy duty padlock. Perhaps it even looks a little odd, like it's made out of. It's completely black. Let's do that. It's a completely like onyx padlock.
Like painted black or charred black?
Neither. Like it's like black metal.
Oh, okay.
Metal. Sorry.
Metal.
Okay.
That's a weird lock, huh?
Yeah.
Um,
In
Well,
fact,
it's
there's
not
there's
off.
also there's no keyhole, and there doesn't seem to be like a way to open it.
so it's just a big solid chunk of metal on the door.
Basically, yeah, like you don't see where the keyhole is on this lock.
I think I kind of like oh, is Jesse like outside the shed, or did he directly teleport into the shed?
I assume that he wasn't in the shed.
I'm not sure. I think I'm outside the shed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think yeah.
Hanging out.
So if
You're
just
probably
been
the first
standing there
person that
waiting-
you saw the lock, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I think I kind of like step forward and like hold it in my hand for a second, kind of like jiggle it around to see if it has like any give or anything to it.
Yeah. You do notice something. You notice that it's some sort of like the way that the lock itself is sort of like almost like a Rubik's cube in the way it has to get solved in like puzzle shapes.
Okay.
And I think at that revelation though, we're due for a break.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
we'll construct the positive when we get back.
Fucking Eldritch Puzzle Box Lock. All right.
Yeah. So I just want to say real quick, thank you guys, everybody, for coming in today, and I really appreciate all the awesome new viewers and followers today. Thank you, Adams, Nick, and RP Glory, for coming out and playing with me still, and I'm excited for this the final hour of our one shot here. Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am.
Oh yeah.
And just stay tuned. We're gonna go to a quick little break here, and then we're gonna come back for our conclusion of our Monsterhearts one shot. So thank you all so much. All right.